So it is going to be a magical fairy tale for the new Cowboys kicker, Brandon Aubrey. He is he played as a defender with Notre Dame. He was a semi-pro soccer player in the U.S. What's the soccer league? Not the MLS, but the other soccer league. But a record can be broken either against the Eagles or against the LA Rams. The record for field goals, for consecutive field goals to begin an NFL career is 18. And this year, the Super Bowl is at Vegas. It's Vegas, that's 18. And the Cowboy kicker just hit the game winning, the go ahead field goal with everybody watching Monday Night Football. Los Angeles, it doesn't get any bigger than that. But I believe he is going to be like Adam Vinatieri. He's going to have some very clutch kicks in the postseason, especially when we're talking about the Eagles and the 49ers. This guy's supposed to be doubted. I mean, his lack of experience, or he can't do it in the playoffs, they're about to say. But remember, converted from a soccer player. It's soccer that's 63 and 27. 27 years without a championship, 6-3 in the Super Bowl. Full breakdown of Brandon Aubrey when he does break the record. And the score of the game at that moment in time when he does hit that 19th consecutive field goal would set an NFL record. He would need 3 field goals to break the record against the Rams, which I think is doable if he goes 3-0, 3 for 3. The Rams is 30, so both 30. So I think Cowboys going to be kicking some field goals, but then again, I think the Cowboys are going to be hitting 30 on the scoreboard, and the red zone defense going to take off after week 8. They'll probably struggle against the Eagles. They'll lose against the Bills, but then you have your Washingtons and your Giants, and they're going to beat the Seahawks. They've got the Panthers. They'll probably lose against the Lions in week 16. So the Cowboys, 10, 11 wins, losses against some playoff teams. But this Cowboy kicker, he could hit the game-winning field goal in the Super Bowl if it doesn't get any more magical for a Notre Dame place kicker to hit the game-winning field goal on the day of the 95-year anniversary of the Vatican becoming its own independent state. A Notre Dame kicker to hit a game-winning field goal, and Notre Dame is 95 years after the Vatican became its own independent city-state. And, of course, Zach Martin right behind center, longest tenured Cowboy, Notre Dame. And so the Cowboys are going to they will be doubted all season long. But in January is where they put it together and they shock the world. It doesn't matter if they start 5-2. The guys on First Take were like, it's not a big win. It doesn't mean anything. They're not giving credit to the Dallas Cowboys. I saw a graphic where the Cowboys lead the league in quarterback pressures. Yeah, it's all about the betting tonight. I mean, yeah, it's Max Scherzer's first start back. He's going to get in the groove. He's not supposed to be expected to just walk away with the World Series. You know, he's got to struggle a little bit. But if the Astros win tonight, then that's probably good for my D-backs, which a 207 start Mountain Standard, just that's a disgrace. Just people are still working over here. The schedule is catered to the East Coast. It's a joke. The people have not even left work yet. No wonder why tickets are $13. They're very dirt ass cheap. They all follow the script. Well, yeah, I predicted Newcastle to win. As far as next week's group of death matches goes, I can see Milan drawing against PSG, and I can see Dortmund actually beating uh, uh, Newcastle. So that would mean that PSG have 4 points, Milan have 3 draws, Newcastle at 3, and then Dortmund is at 3. If you don't script any better, that's probably how next Tuesday, Wednesday is going to go for the group of death. It's about to get very interesting. I mean, even Borussia Dortmund has a chance, and they have 0 points, and they have a chance. And Milan have not scored a goal yet, but they have a chance to go through. It really is an entertaining group of death. So yeah, basically, if the Rangers win, then it's going to be over for the D-backs pretty shortly. But I think both teams will be down 2-1, but it'll probably be the Phillies to advance the World Series because there's going to be an ironic twist where the Mets are going to have to root for Scherzer to beat the Phillies. We're talking about the New York Mets fans. They're going to have to root for Max Scherzer uh, after they were all mad that he got traded away. So that's going to be a plot twist. The New York Mets are going to be rooting for the Rangers to beat the Phillies. So you mean the Rangers are done for Game Three? It's supposed to be an entertaining league championship series. These series are ending too quickly. All rigged to end this quickly, but they'll make up for it with a game or two. I did like the Rangers to win Game Six, so they'll probably have to go to Houston. But the Rangers are fine because Max Scherzer, even if it was a Game 6-7, Max Scherzer is going to win his second start in the championship series, and the Rangers are going to win another one without Max Scherzer. So Rangers already through to the World Series, but it'll probably be the Phillies to go through. Um, just say, it's just so ironic the whole New York Mets twist with Max Scherzer. I mean that one is undeniable. So, oh yeah, I think it's a joke though that it's a 2:07 Mountain Standard Time start to an NLCS game. I mean, Manfred is a disgrace. They're that cheap, $13 to go to a second deck game. Um, I will go if any friend is down to go, or if he's only down to go to a bar, then I'm all good. But it's one of my other buddies' birthday tomorrow, and he already has plans, so I can't go with Clem tomorrow. So I'll be there or I'll be at the bar. It depends on what my other friend wants to do. If he wants to just hang out at Sips or if he actually wants to go to the game. But this is what's going to happen. Although I don't know about the game winning field goal, but maybe a go ahead field goal and the Dallas Cowboy defense shuts down. It's got to be Micah Parsons, number 11, on the 11th day of the month to probably finish off Buffalo in the Super Bowl. So that's where we at. And man, the Champions League is script because it's rigged and they work for the associations. They're only employees of all of their respectful organizations. So they have to do what the leagues are told because they're just member organizations, part of the same entity, whether if it's UEFA or the individual domestic leagues. So they're all one entities. Premier League is one entity. UEFA is one entity made up of individual clubs altogether. It's no different. These teams are franchises. They're not sporting clubs. They're franchises. They're part of an entertainment organization. Which line are you talking about? Because remember, it's all rigged. It's all scripted. I think the UAE. I think they're really friendly with the Turkish government. Yep. Wenger and Thierry Henry, French 2006 final over at France. Roberto Mancini, he coached at Turkey. He was a Manchester City coach. Inter went up against these guys in the final. He led Man City to their first Scudetto. He uh, he left for Inter, and now they made it to the Champions League final. So um, this is where we're at. It doesn't matter what these other teams do. It doesn't matter how the Cowboys do. The Cowboys are about to shock the world. So Cowboys are gonna go through a little bit of a roller coaster because this how it's all designed for Las Vegas, and Cowboys, the haters say, have the best roster in the league. Then by committee, why can't the best roster win the Super Bowl? It'd be three consecutive playoff berths for the first time in 27 years. So things are changing for the Cowboys. They have a real coach and not a yes man like Jason Garrett who ices his own kicker. All he does is clap on the sidelines. Mike McCarthy is not him. He's not him. He's not that guy. He's not passive Wade Phillips. Mike McCarthy shows much more fire than he does. So things are changing. The Dallas Cowboys kicker is going to be clutch, and I imagine the Cowboy defense are going to get the better hand of the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl.